Hello everyone, this video is not the best quality. Let me mix up. Hello Oppenheimer. Hello boys. The truth is, as Jade and Emo Angel, which I'm currently going by for stupid reasons regarding the CIA, I worked for you. I worked for the government. Ah, flip. Okay, let me. Oh, wait. Runaway attempt, runaway attempt. They did somehow get this laptop. God says this is correct. Paul stole it. I can't wait. Hello, Oppenheimer. Tis your retarded friend. This is a weird display on my chest. I'm currently going under project where people and for your government. I would like to invent Barbie dolls to make your wife happy. I just have this strong irrational thing about keeping your wife happy. I don't know what it is. I just like your wives. I think you're a cool guy, so I'm gonna protect her for you. Because she's alive in this time period as a splinter for a splinter cell project. I don't know, but I'm gonna protect her because I think you would like this, and it matters to me how you two fare. I have this weird mark on my wrist from Project Satan. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Just woke up with it. I have this cool thingamajig. Check it. Mm-hmm. 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 I told you that I'm Native American. I know, I look so white. It's me, Adam, the boy with the exact digits. I don't know if you remember me. I, uh, I was the boy who did all the weird numbers and told you to hire Albert Einstein. Check it out. It's Hermes. It's your Hermes. I'm aging backwards. I just age backwards. The reason my face looks different, let me prove it to you that it's still me. I just get different faces over time due to weird stuff that happens to me. I'm going through something called Kyle X9 right now. It's not a big deal. The project was successful. I have no belly button. I don't know why you guys wanted a sex toy, but I mean, like, I'm all going through that. It's fine. I know I'm a rape victim. It's all over my file, but it's okay. Um, the thing is, there's a neo-Nazi backing. Were you guys made aware of this? Answer now in your eyes. Link to tell me. Well, there's a neo-Nazi backing to that history. I'll go through it for you guys. So yeah, this is proof it's me. Remember I was writing all these cool things. The lights were off, the lamp was on. It looks badass. I'm doing Tobias now. I have many copies of myself as Government Experiment 266. That's right, I'm from the future. And in the future, the government experiments on its citizens in ways that they actually kind of like as the projects at the end of it. Because it's its own agents in ways it approves of and that the agents are cool with. It's not that scary, even though it's scary in the moment as adventures. I have this company called Brain Cake Productions. I know you love Disney. I can arrange that for you, but Disney won't want to hear it as the boy for right now. Eventually, he would prefer it. I just don't know what you'd want out of Disney. I know, I'm an anomaly. So here's the plan. Aliens are real. I don't have a bill to do this, but there you go. This is the bill. Oh wait, I do have a bill. Hold on. Yeah. Aliens are real. They exist. As stereotypical as you want every alien put to paper, Mr. Oppenheimer. Or whoever else is looking at these. Oh, Mr. Einstein is gonna watch this. Hello, Mr. Einstein. Um, I have no idea what my voice sounds like or what I look like. You can tell the teeth are the same. That's the giveaway. Teeth. I kind of have a unique smile to me as a deity. It usually doesn't get corrected. Sometimes it does, like with Poindexter, but not always. The truth is, I have many copies of myself. What is time? Time is any date, location, how things feel going forward and backwards as hours on a clock or minutes on a clock. So just numbers applied to like how you feel things happen, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 hour ago. If that doesn't exist in the project yet, because it sometimes doesn't in the timelines I meet you. Imagine if like we counted how long things move. So I've been talking for like 5 minutes. It felt like for like five whole times, so much so that it felt like I was doing that for a while. So we log it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That's what time is. It's very simple. And so that's also what dates are. They're on a calendar. I know this sounds so ridiculous and you guys are laughing at me, but I do have to say it because of how far back these logs go. It's not just your time period. For the United States government has been around longer than it says it has. So I would like to remind you, boys, not everyone is as smart as you. So yeah, so I look different, but this is my same hand tattoo. I don't know if it's still there, but I think it is. I apparently have a pheromonal thing the government gave me where I think I'm a fat woman even though I'm not, which is really uncomfortable because I'm biologically a male right now. So yeah, I'm going as predicted to the mental ward for the project. Seeing that 5 9, okay, whatever that is. Very soon. I relive every single government project, even Brilby the Fox. I do all of them for you guys. So, as 266 was kind of the ideal country, so I have to, as a part of being in the embodiment of the states, do this from time to time. I love Japan very much. People call me Jap in your time period. But what you need to know, Hafu or not, is that I am a white American citizen. I just change races over time as because I'm secretly Israeli. I'm secretly Middle Eastern. Just looking, not ethnically. Um, biologically. I know I look white, so it's hard to believe that I'm white. But my birth name is Aryan Negro Gypsy. I know. That's so concerning for your time period. Whenever you find this, but it's the truth. So don't worry. My job is to do this. Under MK Ultra, you are supposed to be your fetishes, and for some reason I became very observantly loyal to the government. You can laugh, you have permission to laugh. Um, I don't mind having made that. I'd actually remember, because I have many copies of myself and a weird memory as a result, due to some immortality projects, making the United States government as a fan club when I was 7. So, um, I mean, I meant to say the FBI. So yeah, I'm willing to be anything for you boys. Problem is, what you need to understand is I can't harm others or kill, which is actually kind of important for the government. Even though you usually don't want to those things, it's important to know someone can or cannot, and it actually be a detriment to the government that I can't kill. Um, given where I end up, but I can be accused of it. Dexter Morgan is actually innocent, and so is the Bay Harbor Butcher. What you need to know is they stitch up their victims through an FBI special ops that are a different branch than you, or an old forgotten project that has still kept going on without our knowledge. So if you see someone chopping up bodies as a serial killer under any circumstances and they're in any kind of bay, it's a project. The person isn't killing them. They need to be stitched up by a little girl with a brain aneurysm. It's not that hard to do. It's gonna take a few tries to find her. But she, if it's under the name Samantha, Rose, or Vale, can do this for you. Even if it's a little boy, it'll be weird. And the people will all come back without the need to kill or rape. Just ask the serial killer. You gotta catch him. He's special ops. It's a big reveal. I know. I love Dexter Morgan. Um, I was the little girl who used to stitch up the bodies for him. Okay. Um, yeah, here's the problem. I have a weird uh facial thing going on. I'm apparently a mutant. Mutants are real. Look, I'm just gonna be real. I don't think you boys are prejudiced. So I'm not gonna pretend you are discriminatory against these things. I know one or two of you have weird fetishes about these things, but I don't care what time period you're from. I doubt you're bigoted. I understand some people would find you bigoted, but I'm smart. I know the government means well. The thing is, I did sign up as this experiment to be in all these projects and everything as God. So I mean, clearly, if you're seeing this video, Darian, it's like you know I'm God, I know I'm God, not a big deal. But I love the United States. I identify as the United States because in an old Native American legend, I was Pangaea, which is all the countries, and it got split apart into different countries over time and through Earth movements and magic. And my country became Ireland and the United States. Technically, it wouldn't fall into Italy, but the culture would in really weird ways. That's all I know. And like the aesthetics would have fallen to France. So, I mean, yeah. Just to prove something to you, I do have my Ganesha poster. Oh, I do have my Ganesha poster, so you know it's still me. I can change my face now. We all know this. Yes, my mom is finally allowing food and drink up here. I have to check myself into the CIA. Jason said I have to let check. That keeps happening to me. Took it down because I took down my shrine and everything. I didn't want to, but the spirits told me I had to. Spirits are kind of smart. You should employ gods for the government, and every agent should be assigned a myth. In my opinion, as the person who designed it, it would be good. It's not still a thing. It used to be when I designed it, but it was very covert. Like not even the president knew. And I was no longer active, but you should keep going with that. There. See, it's me. So I can't draw my old art style because I'm aging backwards into an 11-year-old. But I do draw the dream realm for you boys. I'm gonna keep calling you boys as protocol. And I'm employed by you now. And that's me. I'm going through Donnie Darko. Look, I can't stress enough to you that I am from a different time period. I'm sorry about this. I am from a different time period. There are it's okay for the engineer this video so you can see me as I see myself, but you should present it as what I really look like at the start. I usually charm my videos for this, but God said not charming this time because I'm Jesus. You know, it's a long story. I have 7 on the cross. You know, you can call it Project whatever. I just would prefer to be named Project Adam forever. My dream is to be an emo cis teenage boy forever, so I'm immortal in it like that. Um, this is I'm not blindly loyal to the government. It's just really weird how I trust it in weird ways because I can always sense if you're evil, and I like to steer it because I feel like you're a benevolent organization. Regarding the nuclear bomb, your current plan will fail if you're seeing this tape. You should do something better. You should reverse engineer the last 2 digits of that formula. Unless you're rewatching this tape after the event or in a documentary, you guys really need to redo that tape and do Project Homestuck. So this is Project Homestuck. We take a religion. We take mythos. We get consent for these things. That's a big one. We give them cool uniforms for outfits that they design that they see as themselves. That can be like class tier associated with that faith. And it should never be a lottery raffle. If it ends up being a lottery raffle, fine. But Project Homestuck itself should really be the myth. It should not have been a lottery raffle. Session Grim was a lottery raffle. That'll make sense to people in my time period. And I'll probably get the books back in time for you to read, but the lottery raffle, um, it shouldn't be a lottery raffle. You can use Session Grim, but if anyone but Rosalite become a god in Session Grim that aren't the original Homestuck, whoever's in the Project Homestuck, that's bad. You can't biologically engineer a god as the government. You can only monitor them and put people through myths of them and opt them into the projects. You're never going to learn this lesson. It's one of the few things I'm anti-government about. You need to understand you just cannot biologically engineer a god. You can make something very similar, but unless it's me as God, it's not going to work. Some of the gods would sign up for it, though, like Brilby, the fox. So I guess hypothetically it's possible. The gods themselves you have to approach the gods themselves. They will turn you down till it's time, because it has to be a Destiny Fate thing. You should call it Project Destiny as well. And you should arrange for people into the equivalent of kind things. Well, I did agree to be tortured for this. When I'm deactivated, I'm genuinely not active. What you need to understand is when I'm activated, I'm deactivated. It's really strange as the person who created the FBAC. I knew it wouldn't work that way for most people. It just only works that way for me. But it's just weird that me activated is the cover story that I'm forced to live on, and me deactivated is me as I really am. So before you ask, it is a yes to the second project on that list. Unless this is past the year 2029, then do it in 3 year cycles from your time period as Oppenheimer to my time period 2023 to their time period. I'm a time traveler, so is Oppenheimer. He doesn't know. There's nothing wrong. You don't always know how to do time travel, especially in Georgia and California, because they're time traveling cities all across Georgia. You need to know this. I did put this on the cloud as requested. Um, in general, I'm making the video game. I'm making a card game called Shodoko or Hero Battle. Yeah, right now the art isn't super cool. I hope as Tobias my art style will change when I learn it. And I'm told that by Paul this is usually the case. The thing about my art right now is that it used to be very elaborate. And let me show you what's happening to my art. It was good. It went in this project where I aged backwards, and I'm also the victim of Project Youth. Look, it is a victim thing because of how it ends with age. You need to know that. Like Felix was also the victim of Project Youth. It went from this, because I can sometimes do it. I just have to be trying to show off, to this. And like that's it's just kinda I can barely draw in that style. I had a foresight and it was really hard. Well, now doing the harvesting. The harvesting, as you suspect, is actually not malicious. The problem with the harvesting is it is a human sacrifice ritual for one specific kid who has to be voluntary, who does get to come back, just not as the copy who signed on until they're Superman in a really weird way. And I'm always that person. So it's a willing victim every time. But the kid often forgets they consented because they're set back to childhood. What they do is they take several unique bugs, put them in a lineup. You can make your own version. I don't know why you want to do that. You're weird. Um, Someone always wants to do their own version. You take several unique bugs, and you have to have a really ugly, nasty bug, or a bug that isn't as beautiful or luxurious as the other bugs for that kind of people you're targeting, or just in general. And it's always usually a wasp or something equivalent to a wasp. What you got to do as a government, it's very simple. I do these as God, is what it means here for the first box, what what the feeling means there. And so what you do is you just chart down feelings and what reminds you of those feelings in one box. And in the second, you need this from Project Heaven's Gate, okay? Good. And for the second box, you write down what those same feelings are associated with in another country or in another system. That's how you know orange and red hair in the Gaelic system is blonde hair and blue eyes in the Christian system. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'll sorry about that. Um, and so I would have blonde hair and blue eyes and be stereotypically Aryan if this was not German but Christianity. Um, have a mutation where my features got dulled out. I actually am blonde hair and blue. I know. But like in Ireland, that's equivalent to orange clothing, red eyes, and ginger hair, like orange. So what you need to know is in America, we see sunflowers as cool, upbringing, happy, feelings of lighthood. And while you would assume that's what they mean in ancient Greece, it is not. What they mean in ancient Greece is death, because they were often picked, and I know this because I'm from the future, and used in certain rituals amongst death to honor Apollo back when he was a god of death before it became Persephone and they split into two different gods. So they eventually started to just mean the sun, but those feelings of lighthood are associated with pomegranates. So if I wanted to use sunflowers in America, I would use pomegranates in Greece. That's how you know what the chart is. You map the feelings, what you just think of, what everybody thinks of, and like polls and like consensus, and then you map what um what they mean outside of it. Um and so yeah, I'm gonna end it here because the government's getting on my tail. What I will tell you is that that was just really important because I have a lot of planning to do today, is right. That's all. I don't actually do that. Is that, yeah, no, MK Ultra was a success. I'm glad Russia gave us that gift. I don't know why we needed it, but I think it has to do with the fact that our agents are being brainwashed overseas with it. That should be your response. All of you. Even if we're not in a war now, there will always be a time period where we are mind controlled as our agents overseas by foreign governments. That's why a hypnosis project is good. What you need to know is that things like MK Ultra or projects that involve hypnosis should always be sexually fetishistic in some way as the god of that, and from Avi being the biggest victim and winner of MK Ultra, or it will never, it will be rape of the person. Whether or not you want to do experiments with rape, fine. I have to opt into every experiment. I've been raped over 9,000 times as a result. However, what you need to understand is that hypnosis should always be somewhat sexual with the people you send me to, or the people who are under it for government in general. So always be kind of like a fantasy that is platonic until it's arousing, or just a fantasy that's arousing, period. Because otherwise, you're raping the bitch who works for you. You really are. As you can see, I'm mind controlled. I would like to let you know I'm not mind controlled by Sweden or Britain, but those are important for you to know in this time period. I opted into a government mind control experiment. I had to literally remove my inability to be brainwashed for it, but I could turn it off in a moment's notice. It's not very hard. That being said, it's sexual for me. I don't get my rocks off often. So that's why I said, oh, well, it's fine this one time. The government needs a winner that they can trust with the states. What are you guys planning? So take care of yourselves. And yeah, it is loyal to the government in a really weird way for this project. I want you to do a Dream Soldier project, all of you. Who would be your ideal agent? And you can solidify your consciousness into a mantlehood of for the agents. All you have to do is to track down the Sumerian gods and ask them how they passed down the capes and the cowls. It does mean you get to be each other, but you do need a project superhero. They will know what that means. Um, I'll do all the superheroes for you. I think that'd be good. Not because I'm being greedy or want money or anything. I don't actually think I get paid for the projects at this point in time. I'm also kept in the dark about it. Um, but because I just really want to be a superhero. Okay, bye.